Hello you lovely people, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. My name's Kirstin and this is where I art and craft, and I'm really delighted you've joined me. Thank you very much. I'm really sorry that the pile driving's going on again. There's not a lot I can do about it, and if they've started at this time, it's only just past 8 o'clock in the morning, they're probably going to be at it all day. So if it's disturbing you, I am sorry. We're on a design team, Oktoberfest, and the book is now needing some decoration. This is the material I've got to cover it, but I'm not really decided what I'm doing in the cover. You'll have gathered already that one of the things I have definitely decided is I'm not wrapping round the cover, but I haven't really decided what I am doing. Part of me says just doing a kind of cover over that, a loose cover, leaving a flap over. Part of me says that, and then I put kind of front piece on and things, which I kind of quite like. I mean, I wouldn't have got this fabric if I didn't like it. Part of me says use this fabric as squares and just put kind of squares on. I had originally thought I was going to not cover the spine, but I think I probably will. But I'm still thinking about that. I just thought I'd show you the fabric because I was aware that I hadn't actually done that yet. We're not going to do that today. We're going to do some never left the cover of a journal so long. We're going to do some titivating on the inside. So let's see where we get to. I've got lots of bits and pieces here. I've got my hop stamp that you have already seen. I've also now got a wee tankard stamp as well that I've made. And if I need to make another stamp, I will. And then I can show you how to make the stamps, but I'm not sure if I will need to. This front page, I just feel I would like something here. These bits are a bit kind of plain. I'm also considering doing some kind of, what I was, right, okay. I was going to use some glacial paint as paint and just kind of paint it, and then I decided this scene doesn't want anything that's shiny on it, and because of the way the inks came through on this from this page, I didn't really want that to go through the other page, so I've decided I'm going to leave that. However, there's two things I think I'm going to do. First of all, I'm going to create some kind of frame to go round that, and I want to decorate these bits. Now, I think we need to create the frame first, then I'll know how much decoration. Ooh, I just remembered I also needed to get out these stamps. This is Stamp is Anonymous Mini Blueprints 10 CMS 336, and it's for these middle one, which we've got pretzel, beer, a bottle and a tankard. So let's get started with thinking how I'm going to do a frame on here. My kind of, what I could do, Gothic print as a frame, maybe. Let's have a look and see how that goes. So let me start by just measuring. Oh, I love the fact we've got a, keeping that. And wide, or you can cut the wide off this side, 8.5, 9, 10.5, 10.5 wide. And we'll keep that bit. So that's my frame size. So it is a bit big, and that's mainly because of this down here. So is one of those corners at least. It hasn't, that one's okay. That one's okay. This one is the one that I thought I hadn't maybe cut enough. Oh no, that one's okay. So that's still of use. And here we have a frame. Yes, there are more crayons here than the last time you saw it. And that is mainly because I finally was able to get hold of Picket Fence. But to get hold of Picket Fence, I had to buy it in a pack that also had black soot, walnut stain, which I didn't have beforehand, antique linen, gathered twigs, and not tea dye, it must have been, was it vintage photo? Vintage photo. And actually, other than gathered twigs, I didn't have any of these colours before anyway. But I'm still kind of slightly annoyed I had to buy all of them. But I'm going to use walnut stain right now. Because I would have used in fact I might still use aged mahogany, just because it will go good with the red that's already on. Oh, sorry! Red that's already on the picture. So you've seen me do this 1,000 times before. And now what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take this fan brush and pick this up and just kind of try and splatter some on here as well. Just to give some more interest, to make it look a bit more aged. Don't bother. I feel like this could do with something on it. Now, where are they? Let's have a look. I've made these with a stamp and die cut set. Look at these. How fabulous are these? So I could maybe put one of them on there. The thing is, that's already got a... Oh, I quite like that one actually. That really kind of lifts the colour. And this is done with fossilized amber. Get a really good colour with that, don't you? That really lifts that page, but it makes me want to put something on these two to lift these two as well. What shall I put on these two? See, I've also got that nice wee banner. Let's just cut that out. Oh, we could put the craft beer. See, that's going to be too. The banner could maybe go down there. The craft beer on that one. See, the Oktoberfest is just over the other side of the page, so I don't want to put... Oh, but I could use that. Those words off that, couldn't I? Right. Let's... Now, I think I said at one point that I felt that things were getting a bit fussy, and it's because I've used these pages, which weren't meant to be used as pages. These aren't meant to be, kind of, and that's why, and I'm using them together. So I decided that what I was going to do when I came to this decoration stage was actually anything I added, because the adding of that, you might be saying, but you've just made it even more fussy, Kirstin. And you'd be right, I have, but I'm going to put a banner of coffee dyed behind anything I add to that, and that will just help define that, make that stand out more, so it will make the what's behind sink back a bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink these up, I'm going to mount them on some coffee dyed, and then stick them on the page. But there we go. Oh. I hope you can see how that just brings those elements to the front and pushes the other elements to the back. And I'm going to do that throughout the journal on various pages, but I'm not going to do that with you at the moment. We'll get on with some other types of decoration we're going to do. This page here, it needs either a pocket, which I'm wondering actually less about a pocket and more about a belly band, because I don't really want to hide the image too much. If I use that as a pocket, then I've still got the image. Let me cut this out and see how I feel about it. That kind of works as a tuck, doesn't it? Because we're still seeing it all. We've got this, we've got big and small, like that's closer. Yes, I think I'm going to do that. So let's ink that one up. I am wondering whether I need to back this, because it does seem to be quite flimsy. I'm going to back it. If you're thinking you need to, Kirstin, that probably means you do need to. And we'll let that dry, and then I'll stick that on there. So we'll leave that. This one, I think I want something on this band, and I need to kind of quieten down this again, but that's similar to what I've done here, so I'll do that off camera. This one I want to put a couple of the pockets from the kit in. I want to put one of those and one of those. So those are there. And the other thing I want to do, no, maybe not. So that still gives some writing space, but there's also a couple of wee pockets. And actually, I think I'm going to do a bit of something up here as well. Maybe a bit of printing. Should we do a bit of printing? Oh, this has got pretzels and beer on. So let's use the Tim Holtz, where have I put it? And it's got this pretzel, and we'll just put another pretzel up there, I think. And I should have put a board behind that first, because there's definitely something behind there that was silly. I must remember, I must get my board out. Just wait until I've done this one, and hopefully that's printed out. Oh, yeah, yes, that's fine. That's fine. Right. I might leave the gathered twigs out, because actually that's a really good colour for a pretzel, isn't it? It's a bit dark, but it's only the outline, and then you can still see the thing. What was I going to... I was going to get my board out. So my board's there, and it'll remind me to use it. I was fortunate that it was on that flat bit. Okay, this will need some more of this kind of decoration, but I'll do that off camera. This one here, we've got the pockets this side. I'll need to do something with this pocket here, but this is a plain page, and I'm actually thinking I'm going to do a belly band, and I'm going to do a hidden paper clip. Where have we got to with our hidden paper clips? We've only used one of them so far, haven't we? Where's the others? Oh, here we go. We've got this one. That one's quite good for there. And then we've got these smaller ones. Let me show you something you can do with this little envelope to make this into a hidden paper clip. Now, the first thing we need to do is we need to cut off these wings. So let's cut them off. Then the next thing we need to do is we need to fold the beer mug up, because clearly we don't want the beer mug. being upside down. Right, then fold this down so you're making your envelope without its flips, as it were. I should have done that the other way around. Should have folded that when I still had the flaps on and then trimmed it all together, but never mind. Then we'll trim the edges of this. Okay, I'm just going to get my bone folder on that to make it. I'm going to move this out of the way. Right, oh, now before I get this out of the way, I should have shown you the way this is going to work. So this is going to have the big bit of hidden paper clip this side, and the Oktoberfest will be that side, so that's not interfering too much on that page, and when you take it off you'll still see those bits there. So that's the way it's going to hang on. Let us start then by sticking this down on there. And now the next thing I want to do is ink it all up. Now I'm going to start on this side, remembering and thinking, do I want to do anything more to this? And the answer to that question is, I think I do. I think I'd quite like to do some embossing on here, just to lift this up. Now, that's quite difficult to do when there's no way I can write that Oktoberfest, so I'm really going to have to emboss over the whole thing with a swipe kind of idea. So let's decide what colour we're going to use first. And I'm thinking of the fossilized amber, because we already know that's a good beery colour. And if I do a swipe across there, then that might look quite good. So let's get my, if you've not seen these before, you can get a brush one and a bullet one, and I want the brush one. I always store these upside down. I need a bit of paper to catch this, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the side of the brush, so I've got a really big sweep, and just go. I'm just going to do that again and again and again and one more time. So there's plenty of space there in a sweep for that Oktoberfest. And because this is glazed, do not do this with distress that isn't a glaze. Because this is glaze, can you see how we've got all those stripes across now? Because this is glaze, it will, doesn't seem to be an awful lot on there. I might have to do this again actually. I think it will work. I think it will work. I think it'll be okay actually. Because this is glaze, it will go transparent. So you're still going to be able to read. If you did it with something that wasn't a glaze, and be very careful, because some of them that call themselves a glaze actually aren't a glaze. I fell foul of that with a copper one from a relatively respectable company as well. They said it was a glaze, and it wasn't. Here we go, and you can see how that's just given it another dimension. So I don't think I'm going to do anything else to that side. I don't think I'm going to do anything else to this, because that, if you remember, will be against the page of the other side. But we do need to do something with this, which would have been intended to be stuck down on the back side here, so it's plain. And we've got lots of bits here we could play with. We could put a bit of this towel in, and we've got a bottle of beer. We could put that in as well. I don't mind that would be sticking out above the page, but I'd need to just get some more backing on that. to the other side of this. I've used one of these blue cloths as a background. The barrel is one of the fussy cuts, and the craft beer mug with the craft beer in it is actually one of the, it's actually this tag, but I printed them all half size as well. So it's that tag printed half size, and I've just fussy cut that out. And so that's that. Now what we need to do is we need to actually turn it into something that will actually be a hidden paper clip, because at the moment it isn't. And we need the bit of paper that goes in the inside. So let's just take, this will do. This is an offcut here. We need it to start in that amount and probably come over to about here. So let me just make a wee mark on that there, and then we want to stop it when it's double that height so that it doesn't go further, hang over the bottom on the other side. The temptation, wait, now I'll see if I can explain that to you better. That wasn't explained very well. The temptation is to say, oh, I want a hidden paper clip. I'm doing it. Oh, that needs to be a bit shorter anyway. I want a hidden paper clip. That's the size of my paper. I've told you earlier on in the other one, if you've not done these before, that they must be a bit smaller than the thing. So the temptation is to say, well, there we go, that's what we need, because we want one that's slightly smaller than so that's slightly smaller, and then you've got that overhanging. So when you've got a asymmetrical hidden paper clip, a paper clip that's shorter at one side than the other side, you've got to make the whole of your inside the same height as the maximum. Otherwise you will find that it will overhang. So there we go, that's that. Now this is coloured one side, so I don't need to worry about that side, and we should just make that the inside, and then that gives this work for me. And I just need to ink that all up, and then ink in a little bit this way around, so that if it is seen, it's seen as dark rather than bright white. And I'm actually now thinking that what I need to do is I need to ink a bit further into here as well, for the similar reason that actually this is going to be, it's more than the edge, because this is going to be a flap that's might be seen in. So, and I shouldn't have done that straight on there, should I? That was bad. Bad, 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 bad. Bad, Kirstin. There we go. Right, so let me, I want to find, I need one of the small tin Holtz mini paper clips when you're doing a really small one like this with a short one. Let's put that on. Yeah. Push that down into place. Right, let's leave that. We've got a couple of things that are drying. I'm just going to cut this pocket out, and let's get that in, because I'm conscious that time's getting away with us. So this is going, oh, this way, isn't it? We're even less in than I thought we were, and that's going to go in there. It will settle down as it sits in the book, and when I've glued it in here, that will also help it settle down as well. This is just a tuck in here, and I'm going to just step it in a bit, because you've already got a step in from the page of the book, step in from that page, and it just stops it all being too bulky at the edge. And that's a wee tuck in there. And where have we got to? Right, with the hidden paper clip for here. And I need to decide, I want it probably mid-page so that it's, what's happened there? Right, hidden paper clip for on here. That gives you that wee Oktoberfest on that page and a proper hidden paper clip there. I was going to do a belly band as well, wasn't I? Where's the belly band that comes from the kit? Oh, that's not going to be long enough really, is it? Well, maybe I'll do a short belly band. Oh, maybe I'll do a short belly band down here or something. It just kind of will take something down here rather than doing a full belly band. You know, belly band, rather than do a belly band, maybe I do one here. That will just take something in here. Got something tucked up there. Actually, I think that's quite a nice idea. That's something a bit different as well, isn't it? There we go. This is going to need a bit of something on. Actually, I'm wondering, I've got some of these, managed to get some of these old German beer mats, and I'm just wondering if maybe they're quite thick, but actually that may make quite a nice pocket on there. I'm wondering, because I've got 3 of these ones, that one's quite damaged on the back, I might try and separate them, because it's I don't think they are going to separate, are they? Because it's soaked and dried in beer over the years. It's just that it's a bit thick is all I'm thinking. But then maybe not. I don't think it's going to work as a pocket because it's too thick for a pocket. It's too thick even for a tuck really. So it would just end up being a bit of decoration. Is that going to be too thick? It is really. I'm going to go and put this in some water to soak to see if I can then split it open easier. Let's go back to the front because this is now dried. Oh, that works really well, that colour, doesn't it? We're going to butt that on there and put that round there. There we go. There's that frame, and that really, I really like how that kind of just, but I don't like these plain bits down here, so we need to put something in here. And remembering that we can't stamp, we're going to have to stick in some images and things. Not so keen on that. We could do, of course, is we could stick in more of that page. Where did that? I could use more page cuts. Oh, actually, how about those? Crying out loud, you sit there, more page, and you've actually got those beers there. Oh, let's put those beers in. See, I think even that's going to be too much. No, maybe I don't. Maybe that's okay. Right, okay. I think we just need to colour this up a bit more, to tell you the truth. I don't think there's anything much I can really do with these, just because it's going to be too crowded if I do. So let's just colour all this up a bit more. Oh, and actually that just works well. That's fine. Might even colour this. Let's put a bit more, put a bit colour across here as well, actually, just to bring this, the white in this down a shade. Yeah, see, that's better. It's not then going to be too fussy. She says, with it already being quite fussy. However, I don't think it's as fussy as lace and frills and frou-frous. So this one needs a pocket. So where's that other pocket from the kit? This pocket here. I think we're going to put that on there. So let's just do that. This needs some more of this kind of stuff on here. This, now this, I've got a particular thing that I want to do with this. The first thing I want to do is, I think, I can't remember if I said at the time or not, but I think I'm going to put these 3 beers mugs up here like that. So I'm going to glue those on, because that's, oh no, I'm not going to glue those on because they need, that's those, and they can stick on there. And then what I'm wanting to do is I want to create a banner. If I've already got one, that one will do. That'll do. And then I suppose I could put it on the top. Let's make it first and see where I might want to put it. So I need my letters out. I was humming and on about buying this second set of these again today. Not today, yesterday. Oh, get it out the drawer. There we go. I was humming on about buying the second set of this, and now I'm thinking, oh, see, if you had bought that second set, oh, it wouldn't have arrived yet. Had bought that second set, you might have enough letters, because I think I'm going to be in a case of I don't have all the letters I want again. I want this particular word to be, well, it's 2 words. I want them to be in block capitals, I think. So can you guess what the first word's going to be? Other side, that way, on this side. Oh, like that, like that. So I need to decide whether I put it on there or whether I put it on there. And well, see, once you've gone in there, you're in. Do you need to remind yourself it should be your money? Or do we put, I think we put it on the outside. I think we put it on the outside. Let's just ink along there. So that was something different, which is why I showed you that. But this needs similar kind of decoration on it. This has got all its decoration on it. It really doesn't want any more decoration on it because this is the accordion. Other than I was thinking that oh, where's that? Yes, there's an idea. Where's that bit I rescued? Now, rather than using another accordion, I think we could use this on this page to make a belly band, and it kind of ties in with this page then. So I think we maybe want to make it the height. Well, I think we want to cut a bit off it, don't we? And although it's more fuss, it's less fuss than what's underneath, which is fine. It does make me sound as if I'm criticising these papers, and I'm not. These papers are fabulous. The way I've used them means that I've used a lot of the busy papers, and because of that, the whole thing is just a bit busy. And I'm just trying to, I'm going to keep that. I'm just trying to kind of tone down some of that busyness, but you know, I'm adding more decorated paper in this instance. But I think actually this one, maybe I'll trim this a bit further actually. I'm going to trim this a bit further. I'm going to trim that dark bit off the bottom. I want to make sure I keep the treble clef. And trim a bit more off the top. So trim another line of words off the top. Like so. I can keep those. And then actually I'm going to stick this to the paper. I might even use the dark side actually. Oh, I like that there. And then that ties that musicy page with that musicy page there. Although this is a band, so that all ties that in. That's cool. I like that a lot. Let's ink that. We don't need to ink it. It's not being inked at all because it's already dark from the coffee dye. It's actually a tea dye. There we go. Liking that. Do anything on that bit. Hangover cures. I don't need to put my hand on it because I did put some of these blue squares, and I also put a bit of the trim on the top and the bottom there, but this still needs more decoration. So let's see what we could do here. So what shall we do? I've lost one. Oh, it's still on the block. Now, because this is a hangover cure, and I'm presuming that somewhere it mentions a Bloody Mary on here as a hangover cure, because that's certainly beetroot juice, celery, prairie oyster, the one that shall not be lain, and cabbage water. That's rabbit dropping tea. But a Bloody Mary is considered a hangover cure. So we're going to actually stamp Bloody Mary down as well. I know that the curious of you are now desperately trying to see what's behind that I've been hiding all this time. And the curious of you will be pleased to know that actually you can see. So if you really want to look and find out, you can. But I've covered it and it's your own fault, and don't go blaming me and saying, that's terrible, you shouldn't have been showing that. Because I've covered it. You went looking for it, so you're the one that's terrible. Rhubarb stalk for a Bloody Mary. And I think rhubarb stalk would go very well with this colour that's already there. So let's stamp Bloody Mary. I could have actually put the celery in as green, couldn't I? Let's stamp that off and do that again. And put the celery in as green. I could actually get my... Shall I get my pens out? Right, I'm going to do that later on and actually colour that all in and do it with my pens, but I won't do that on camera because that takes a wee while. Let's put this rhubarb stalk away again. So let's see, what else might we put on here? We could put a pretzel on, couldn't we? Well, that's not really a hangover cure. So let's not put a pretzel on. Yeah, I'm saying I could stamp here, but this is supposed to be the hangover cure bit, so maybe I can't stamp anything at all on here other than a Bloody Mary. I've got some... it's a journal. It's a journal. Let's just... It's the cure for the beer. So let's put stamp beer on. Now that's okay down here. Should we put it in here? This bit here is okay, isn't it? See, beetroot juice, celery. You can avoid hangovers or lessen the effect of hangovers by not drinking. Or drinking in moderation is what it says. Right, I'm going to put beer up here. That's alright, isn't it? Yeah. I'm going to put beer up here. So there's a wee bit that's over the soluble aspirin, but that's okay. Right. Quite like that on there, actually. The fact that it says beer, even though let's take that off. We'll put that on there. And what else shall we put on here? We could put on it. We've got stuff that's maybe not beer that we can put on here. Pretzel, not good for a hangover because it's salty. We could put one of the hops on, couldn't we? Just for a nice bit of decoration. Shall we put the hops on in green? It was the olive grove I was using, wasn't it? Decided that was quite a good colour for it. So let's put a hop. I kind of want to do it off the edge of a page. Right, I could do it there. I like that off the edge of the page bit actually. I might just do this the whole way down off the edge of the page. Yeah, a nice full one down in that bottom corner. That's cool, isn't it? Liking that. I do like that stamp though, even though I say it myself. I might put that bottle there. Oh, I love these fish. I haven't used these anywhere. I might put a fishy on here. What else? What's this? That's a can. Could put Oktoberfest down here, couldn't I? I could put this other Oktoberfest down here. That works well, actually. I could put the fish somewhere else. I could put the fish there. Put the fish there. Trim that down a bit and put the fish there. I've got some, yeah, I'm just thinking that might be a good idea. This is another Tim Holtz set called Patchwork Pieces, CMS 270. And I'm actually thinking I could use some of these stitches just to decorate, couldn't I? So let's get the rhubarb stalk back out again. I'll put this last one. I think I'm going to put it long ways in that gap there. I might actually even take it on to that. That's better. That's just got some decoration on that page, and I quite like the fact I've stuck to that same kind of colour. You could have argued I should have done it a different colour, but actually I think if I'd done it a different colour it started looking very busy again. So the question is, do I still want to stick that down there? I think I do. I definitely still want to stick that there. Do I still want to stick that there? It's quite big. That's the issue. I did have a smaller one of those because I found the fishy. I'd all linked them up and they've put them over the other side. So that's a better size of fishy, isn't it? That's a much better size of fishy. There's a cafetiere, or French press as you call it in the States. Coffee. Coffee's really bad for a hangover actually, because it dehydrates you. Can I just say, this recipe here, breakfast in a glass, it's supposed to think it would make me feel a large cooking apple. They want you to eat a large cooking apple. All that acid in a stomach that's already upset by all that alcohol. An orange, more acid. All curdling with the buttermilk and skimmed milk. That's going to make you ill. I just noticed that, sorry. I like the fishy. If I found something else to act as a banner, I could put the banner on, then I could put the tag on instead of that. I'm tempted to put this on anyway, somewhere. Yeah, there it says, if you drink tea or coffee, this may also dehydrate you, so maybe that's where I put the coffee press. Because you shouldn't be drinking it. Quite like that there actually. But we've still got this space here. Let's stick down these others while I think. Oh, well that's where the Bloody Mary cocktail glass is going to go. So that's all right. That's all right. The Bloody Mary's going to go there. I'm going to do that and put that there. So I'm going to stick these down. I'm going to say fare thee well just now. And I will be back and to do the cover. And then I will do a flip through at another time where you will see all these things that I've not yet finished. But for now, thank you very much for bearing with me and for joining me on this Oktoberfest journal journey. Pockets, pockets, pockets. You take care, and we will see you very soon. Bye for now. Oh, remember, everything's linked down below.